Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Beautilicious. It's so great to be here with you. Welcome, Sabrina.
Thank you, Elle. It's good to be here with you.
Thank you, darling. It's a little funny because you've actually got Al Wilson in the corner above, sort of. On the side.
I do. It's pretty cute, isn't it? I have Elle
I'm
Wilson
you,
right
you
above
are
my
me.
head.
Well, really, it depends on how deep we go. It could be real. Anyway, we won't go into that. So today you've had a full day of work, which I have. And how can you look so good after a full day of work?
It's TRUEBROW. It's, you know what I wanted to say? Well, I was thinking about this today. So on Wednesdays, I go to work. I'm just going to go off topic for a second. Not literally.
Please.
It's more of like, anyway, I usually come home. So I work and I finish with my last client. I come home, I figure out what's going to be for dinner. And then I do a quick 30-minute workout. And I do kind of sweat during that workout. I really do. And then I am going to just, in full disclosure, just say I don't have time to shower. So, you know, underneath here are my workout pants. But my TRUEBROW stays on. And literally, like, I'll have little sweat beads coming. I just, like, you know, tidy up so that I can come and meet you here online because it is my Wednesday night. It's not my morning and I'm not fresh. But my TRUEBROW, my True collection is still right where I had it at the beginning of the day, even after a workout. So
isn't that incredible? That's incredible. You know, I was thinking about that today, you know, talking about the TRUEBROW collection and how it came to be and whatever, because it's so important because so many women do alternative things with their brows because they think that they have to reapply and their brow makeup comes off and it's too hard and you know, it doesn't look natural. Well, you know, let's not go into that, but whatever. We're using a new platform today, which is really great. I love what you just said. The fact that you have been working all day, you've done a workout, you've cooked dinner. Did you say that? I wasn't listening.
I did make dinner.
You know why? Because this new platform, I'm trying to just check over here what it says. And I don't know if I'm supposed to, it says, Al Wilson, join me live on this link. And it says comments from Facebook Live post appear on Be Live. So I'm not sure if I can see the comments or not, or I can show, I don't know. I'm missing my right hand girl today because she's not very well. She's at home and she waits tomorrow when she comes back. And I said, well, you know
she's going to be in big trouble.
She's just like, you did not, like, how do I do this thing? But anyway, I think that we'll just move forward. And if anyone has comments, please type them in. If we're not responding to your comments, it's because they're not appearing on there, but they're meant to. So, but I'm not sure if I have to actually show this little thing. Anyway, I don't know. So I don't know what to do. I think I might just press it. Shall I press it?
No, I was just thinking, when in doubt, don't press any buttons. But you go right ahead, girl, and press that button.
You know my boldness. It's like it's legendary, right? Oh no, but I'm a bit scared. Should everybody tell me? Should I do it? Should I not? Where are you watching from, by the way? Where are you located? What's the weather like? How do you feel today? What do you want us to talk about? Should I press that button? Tell me so that I can just
press the button.
Should I press the button?
Yeah, press it and see what happens.
Are you serious? Am I going to press it? Sabrina, if something like blows up or something, like
I don't think it will.
On you.
I don't think it will blow up. I think
let me just press. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah. And now, what do I do now? So that's
I don't know.
That looks actually quite nice, doesn't it?
Yes, I like it. It looks beautiful.
But like, what's the point of that? Like, I think I need to hide it again. There, it's gone. Oh, everything's gone. Let's just dive straight in today. We're talking about the art of freehand brow artistry. And look, there's going to be something really exciting that's going to happen when I click this thing. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to. Well, I'm going to click this first. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it's not happening. Oh, right, okay. Wait, watch. This is cool. Wait. Start right.
Wait for it.
Look at that.
Very nice. I like that.
Correctly.
That looks good.
While I was doing all of this, the monitor's really far away from me, so I really actually couldn't really see. I took my glasses on, so you're basically spelling errors today, girls. I'm so sorry about that. We're going to talk about the art of freehand brow artistry. What is it? You know, why should any woman like really seeking excellence on her face, right? Excellence on her face. This is what we're talking about with brows, is excellence. like stunningness. Is that a word?
Yes.
I made it up. Just make that word up.
I like it. I like it.
I think I might have made it up. Anyway, it's a good word. It's a good word. So stunningness. I can't even say it again.
Stunningness. Stunningness.
Like absolute magnificence on your face, right? Yes. If you want that, then you want freehand brow artistry, and you actually have to investigate, unless you're going to a TRUEBROW specialist. Unless you go to the TRUEBROW directory and you find someone on there, right? That means that we have said, you know, guys, this person knows what she's doing. The first thing that you know, if she's on the directory, she's not going to ruin your brows. That's one, especially very important.
So that's a good start.
And and secondly, she's going to do something really, hopefully really, really beautiful. And I'm just going to have to fix my hair. You know what? I've just had a real morning. I don't know what it is, but I think I turned that way and it looked really weird, didn't it? I had this like bit sticking out. I thought that I'd fixed it. But anyway, this is the best you're getting, ladies, today. I'm sorry. We would love for you to say hello if you're watching, and just do a little shout out for us, like, hi, everybody. Yeah, we're here and we're watching you and we're having fun too. So I think that, you know, this is really important. And while we set up the training, like, why did I bring in, you know, the art of freehand brow artistry? I mean, for me, I did that because I really knew that it was just so significant for a woman's brow. I was doing it, right? I was doing it with my clients for like almost 10 more years. And then all of a sudden, I thought, I'm going to share this with women around the world, right? So how different was it for you with what you had learned in your beauty diploma? Because, you know, we've all done our beauty stuff, right? And then doing all these other brow courses that you did with other educators, because in the States there's obviously other, you know, even here in Australia now it's just gone billion-dollar industry, really. How different was it when you stepped into TRUEBROW so many years ago?
It was like learning to talk again, or learning English again, because I had done brows for so long in such a specific manner, not really even knowing where I learned how to do them from, to be quite honest with you. Even after visiting celebrity brow artists that, you know, would teach at shows, or one did a stint in Chicago, so I flew to Chicago and saw this particular person. But it really was like relearning my native language to a certain extent, because it is like getting a PhD in brow design, unlike anything else.
So I actually, because that's exactly what I intended. I mean, I honestly intended to offer a PhD in brows, because I really did. And I know that sounded bizarre. And, you know, you have men sometimes will say, I've even had beauty therapists say, oh, how much can you learn about brows? And it's kind of like, oh, that blows my mind. I kind of think, but men will often say that, you know, men will often say, but how much can you learn about brows? It's like, well, obviously a lot, you know, and it really is an art, and it's a beautiful art, because it's so rewarding, because you're working, like for me, it was all about the woman, and I know that many of you that know me know how much I absolutely love, absolutely adore. Sabrina's gone. Just, you know, she's disappeared just off the face of the earth, but I think she's coming back. I think.
Oh, I just figured out why my PC was so dark, because my battery is low.
Oh,
my battery is low. So I just plugged in, so I should be good.
Great.
We'll see.
So I think that it all begins, you know, when you're really looking at freehand brow artistry, it all begins with what you're wanting to achieve for the client. What do you want to achieve for the woman? And not every woman's going to go looking for freehand brow design. You have to look at where you're coming from internally. You know, like a lot of the time we see that women sort of, a lot of the things that they say are things like, you know, oh, I want my brow, I just don't want to have to do anything in the morning. That's a really dangerous thing to think.
Well, it's a lack of patience to me. It's just a lack of, people just want immediate gratification, and they want it to just be that way all the time.
Yeah.
And
okay, I agree. But I want to just go back and say that women's lives are so busy that
It's true.
lean into that. It's like, just give me the quick, just tell me. I don't want to have to care. I don't want another thing to have to do. You know, don't give me one more thing I have to think of. I'm gonna explode, right? So they've got so many things to do. And then they do go into that lack of patience. They go into that, oh, just give me whatever. What is it? You know, there's got to be something that I don't have to worry about my brows too, right? So, you know, it's kind of like we get lashes. We get, a lot of people get lash extensions. Personally, they're not my thing because I don't get adhesives in my eyes every single day, or having that kind of thing around that. You know, I'm a little bit careful. I think I'm a bit older, and I just think it doesn't mean everyone else is to think that way. I know some of the most amazing lash artists in the world, actually, and I adore them. But I just think that, you know, it's a personal thing. But for me, if you're coming, you know, we get our lashes done, then people want to have brows that just sit on their face and they don't have to do anything with them. And somehow miraculously, they're going to have a miracle. Miracles don't come from short-term fixes. I just want to tell you that, you know, miracles don't come from survival mode. Miracles actually are exclusive to the other side of our mind, which is the mind that does the research and is discerning and looks at miraculous results, even when you had no hope. And I mean that in any place in your life. You actually literally, the amount of miracles that I've had that have, I wrote in many of them in my book, didn't I, Sabrina? But, you know, miracles that I've had that have actually just, I had to actually literally say, that's a miracle. Oh, that's what a miracle is. But miracles don't come from survival mode. They don't come from fear-based decisions. They can't come from that. Because what comes from fear-based decisions is short-term fixes. Just give me an answer, give me a solution. I don't care. Just tell me what so I don't have to do anything. There is nothing on this planet right now, nothing, you know, as a short-term fix that will give you the beauty with your brows. So, you know, like I kind of like, I don't know. I mean, this TRUEBROW is not a short-term fix. It's a timeless solution to your beauty, right?
I agree 100%.
Why are you all fuzzy on me today? You're a bit fuzzy.
I just literally.
You're just coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love those earrings, by the way. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think.
Am I fuzzy?
No, not now. Now you're better. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's my internet. I'm
not having some trouble today.
I want to be glamorous today, actually. And then I saw that you had all these really gorgeous your earrings on too. We didn't even plan it. We just both had really like.
No, we did not. I
actually wore these earrings when I won the Educator of the Year award in the ABIAs today, because we're talking about like freehand brow design, and you know. And then I took them off tonight, and who told me to put them back on again?
Toby.
He did. Toby was right next to me. He says, "Oh, I love them." He said, "Let me do them for you." And I'm thinking,
back on.
It actually shocked me. He's so kind, so beautiful. Shocked me for a minute, and I thought, "Oh, yeah, you can put my earring in." Okay. Anyway, so, yeah, I thought that was really beautiful. But let's go back to that. With, you know, I think it's really important when even for a beauty professional, when someone comes to you, a client comes to you, and she just says that to you. I just want you know, I just don't want to worry about my brows. What would you say to her?
Well, I would say something similar to what you have said many times, that what was the question again?
Someone came to you and they said to you, we're doing well
How
today.
did you phrase it?
Yeah. How did you said, you know, I want a short-term fix. I don't want to have to worry about my brows every day.
I don't want to have to worry about my brows. Yes, I would.
Listening now?
Yes, I am. No, I was listening, but I couldn't remember how you phrased it. I don't want to worry about my brows.
Yeah.
I would probably have a conversation with her and say that there really is no such thing as not having to worry about your brows to a certain extent. And that if she seeks out fixes for that or solutions for that, they're going to be short-term solutions that in the end, she's going to find that she's spending more time on her brows than if she were to work with a TRUEBROW specialist who really gives her a design that is unique to her, that incorporates our design principles and gives her a step-by-step map almost in the mornings to just put her TRUEBROW collection on, her True collection on, and make it beautiful, very, very simply.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I've got some background. Oh, Kira's here. Oh, look at her. She's at home sick, and she's actually coming on saying, sorry, I couldn't be there today. You're doing great. And Sabrina, you look flawless. Doesn't she just?
Oh, Kira, you're so sweet. I love you. I'll bring and take you home with me.
But doesn't she just look amazing today? And her hair has grown so much. I just absolutely.
It's quite long.
Oh, it's gorgeous. But I want to say one thing about my beauty blunder, because I put it out there when I was young and dumb. I had tattooing, which I didn't need. I 30 years later, more than 30 years later, I actually have to put on, I can't go out without applying something on my brows. Now I can, but I put the collection on all the time because I just don't, like, I've got a tattoo that is like gray on my brow. So I have to do something every day. I don't even have a choice. So the crazy thing is that whatever you're seeing that's this short-term fix on Instagram or somewhere on Facebook or anywhere on a brochure, you don't want to look at it then when it's immediately done and on an angle, by the way. You want to look at it in 2 months' time, 3 months' time, 3 years, 4 years. These are the things that we don't think about. When you're told that you never have to do anything, but, just go lie down there and all of a sudden you don't have to get your brows trimmed, waxed or anything like that. I mean, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. So what I really want to say is that every brow is unique, and the system that I created for beauty professionals and women passionate about growing brow careers for themselves is Freehand. And it's looking at every brow individually. It's not about the face shape. It isn't about
no, it's not.
Measuring doesn't work. It's wrong. In fact, it destroys more brows than anything else. It's not about a guideline. I'm always, our education really, Sabrina, is principle based. So it gives it is. You know what I love the most too? It actually gives the artist, the TRUEBROW specialist, the flexibility to create her own flavor. Like, I can look at the brow and I go, oh, that's Sabrina's brow.
Yeah, there are several women in our community that
Yeah, you just
their brow.
It's like, oh, that's her brow, that's her brow, that's hers, and it's kind of like this amazing thing because these are not cookie cutter brows. These are brows that are being created for every woman, and by really looking at the brow, not immediately picking up a ruler, picking up something that you're
or a stencil.
Or something that you're putting on the brow because you can't make your own decisions or you haven't been taught. So I think it's a really beautiful way to look at it, that every brow is unique.
I agree.
And you would see that too in salon all the time, wouldn't you? And I think one of the things too that is really important is that, a lot of the time, microbladers are using rulers. They're using, tools.
And typically, even, it's astounding to me, they're using rulers, but yet they're all unlevel. So explain that.
What we need to say something about this, because this is even something we're seeing in our community, right? This is we never had this issue in the beginning. When I first started, even pre-Sabrina, girls, just to say, this wasn't an issue. It wasn't something that was in our face constantly where one brow was higher than the other. And then all of a sudden it became this massive issue. And so I had to go back, and I had to, pretty much go into meditation. I know it sounds weird, but, I'm not that normal kind of educator out there. I had to go into that deep place inside, and I had to really come up with the same place that TRUEBROW came from. And I had to go in, and I had to say, like, what are we doing about this? We've got we have to develop into this. We have to help the professional that is studying TRUEBROW to get these brows level for women. And it's amazing how easy it is, isn't it, for the brow to be level. And this is what you're seeing, everybody, when you're seeing Instagram images and they're all on the side. because the professional does it. They look and they go, oh, that's not level. Oh, but I can angle it and I can put it on the side. Now, it's not like that all the time, but in microblading, it happens a lot, right? In microblading, you'll see that one brow's up and one brow's low.
Correct. Bianca is with us. Bianca,
Bianca
is with us. I can see, I just realized I can see the comments too. That's kind of fun.
Ah, yeah, it's sweet, isn't it? And we can actually do this. I think I can, look, I can do this. Here, look.
Oh,
you see that? You call us and didn't say anything about me. That's it. Tomorrow, she's in trouble. And we can
you're in so much trouble. I'm just saying.
A good watch and an emoji. Oh, Bianca, I love this girl. She's one of our. She's in Adelaide.
Hi, honey.
In South Australia, actually. I don't know if it's Adelaide. Sorry, Bianca. We do still have to talk, Bianca. You know that we haven't rescheduled our time. But she's a beautiful girl. She's got 2 gorgeous little babies, a new mum. Some of these women just absolutely just amaze me. Like really, you know, what they do. Here she is and she's saying hi. So look, I love this. This is so much fun, isn't it?
It is.
This. And she's amazing. She's an amazing, amazing human being and has the most incredible girl that works for her that does TRUEBROW. This girl, she's a team member, Bay. She's so young. Oh, she is just beautiful inside and out. And she's always on her classes, always putting up brows, always continuously learning. And I honestly think if you've got team members like that, that is a reflection of the salon owner.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's just like it says so much about the salon owner because, you know, teams are always following the leaders and the leader of the pack is the salon owner, right? So it's really beautiful to see that. So she's just there. She's just like so engaged and learning all the time, which is just absolutely beautiful. And now I think someone's doing something outside in can you hear that noise?
I can now. Yes, I can.
Because, you know, I think that oh, they're going away. That's fine. That's fine.
This must be the day that they cut the grass, Elle, because this has happened.
It happened
several times.
Well, no, but they're not cutting the grass. They must be doing something else. You know, I'm in my office and they're on the other side. But, you know, the thing is that when you live in a resort, as we do, and also have your offices in the resort, you know, you can't, I mean, it just shows you just can't control everything, can you?
No.
You can't control anything, actually, on the outside. Let's just be honest.
Correct.
Right? It's
Correct.
the truth. So let's go back to what we were talking about the difference when we're looking at a brow. So we don't focus on face shapes, facial features. If your face is long, well, then we're going to give you, you know, a straight brow to make your face short. I mean, how, like,
it doesn't really work anyway.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Like, you know, like women deserve better information. The other day I found this book that is called Something About Creating the Perfect Brow. And I actually, I found it because Toby bought it for me, years and years and years ago. And he said, have a look at this. And I looked at it and I was so shocked at the experts in there and all the things they were saying that were wrong. And I thought, well, how do women find their way in it? And I think that this is what we're doing. We're sort of digging a well in a way, aren't we? Like by sort of, in a way, exposing all the stuff you need to be aware of. And then we're going to get into the good stuff too, because right now I feel sometimes that we might sound like we're not negative. Are we?
No, we are definitely not negative.
We're not negative. What we're doing is we're trying to, well, I don't ever go into that, to be really honest with you. I know you don't, and I don't let you, even if you try. Like sometimes you try, and then I just say, you know, we're not talking about that, you know. But anyway, sorry.
That's correct. 100%.
I'm older than you, Sabrina, so I just now have like this much little bit more wisdom. That's all. Just
you only have this much more.
Just this
FYI.
Like this But I think what we're trying to do is just give you the facts so that, you know, you don't make mistakes. So we have to tell you the stuff that sometimes inside of me I think, do I really have to say that? And I do. And we're never really against it. We're not against anything or anyone. We're just, you know, I think from my perspective, what we're trying to do here is just awaken you to the reality of the brow industry, which is $1 billion brow industry. And when you've got an industry that huge and the market is that hungry, corporations come in because they want to take a part of that billion-dollar industry. That's the corporate world. So then you have this company that comes in like TRUEBROW, an organization, and they go, well, stuff all of you. Like, we're going out with a different message. We're going out with different training. We're going out with mastery-based education, and we're going to go tell as many women as, you know, prepared to listen and hear. We're going to save the natural brow. And just because you've got billions of dollars to advertise and whatever makes no difference, you know, because the women that want to find us are finding us. And I'm talking about leveling before something happened, and we got off that topic. What were we doing?
Well, we were talking about women. What we were talking about was how people are. I said it's kind of astonishing how people are actually using rulers, in particular with tattooing. They're using these stencils and these rulers and these measuring instruments to measure for all of this microblading, and then they're still unlevel. Like, you end up having. I had a client come in today that I'm just beginning to work with, and she has a tattoo, and you can tell that she has had this tattoo that is now fading. She's done it twice. She does not want to go back and have it done again. And she has been having her brows maintained by waxers and threaders. But what happens, unfortunately, is that you go in with a tattoo existing on your face, and you have someone wax or thread you, and they just follow the tattoo.
Oh, I know. It's happened to me.
That's it.
I know it so well.
So we're starting over, and she is impatient. She was questioning me about serums and different things like that. And I said, let me ask you a question. How often have you, so more recently, what have you had being done to your brows? She said, well, I've been threading. I said, okay, sounds great. Great method of hair removal. Not such a great method of design. And I said, how often have you been having that done? She said, oh, about every week and a half to 2 weeks. And I said, okay, no serums for you, no potions, nothing but patience, and don't touch your brows, because hair is going to start coming in. If you have been having your brows tended to every week and a half, there is hair that's going to come in.
Yeah.
So stop touching them.
I think one of the things is that the hair is going to be coming in, so that you, as the master, you know, like a brow master, which you are, right? One at the top in the world, you know, like when someone said to me, you know, oh, you've actually trained more of, you know, you've trained the top 1% of the world's top brow artists or masters, really. I remember the first time someone said that to me, and I thought, oh, really? I found that really like unbelievable and kind of a little funny, because it's kind of like, oh, wow, okay. But really, we have done that and to do that. And so when she comes to you, she's got so much more than a serum, or she's got the rest of her life she's going to have brow beauty. She's going to be in, if it so happens, sorry, I don't know the lady, but, you know, if she ends up living in her own home when she's 90, or she's in a nursing home, whatever, she's going to have the breadth of brows that, you know, any nursing home is going to have. Like, people are actually going to be envious of this woman.
Yeah, they are going to, they're definitely going to come in.
She's not going to have orange eyebrows or red eyebrows or like blue eyebrows, but she'll have her eyebrow back. And it's not about the hair coming in. You know, this is the other thing that drives me.
That's true. That's true.
There's not many things that drive me crazy. You know that, right? There's a few, but this one does. I just find that when I hear people say to me, oh, but you know what? You know, what's going to happen is, you know, I'm going to go to a beauty or a beauty professional says, you know, oh, I'm just going to put tint on, and then I'm just going to leave the hair. And it's kind of like, this is about
design.
Understanding. Is the brow going to dip? Is the brow, where are you going to leave the hair? At the top, at the bottom? Sometimes you only get a couple of chances, right, with someone's brow. So I'd be prepared to give your brow beauty just to anyone. Like, for me, when you say that what happens is that the brow is threaded, I love threading. I just have a hair removal technique, just like I love sugaring, and just like I love really good waxes, like people that know how to wax. I love all those techniques. But threading is not a design technique. Just because someone can thread, it does not mean that they can actually design at all, right?
Correct.
And the serious thing about threading is that it just cuts across the top. It'll just slice off everything. And on our live classes, you know, when our girls put up their work and they put up the before, we always know when the person's had threading, don't we?
We do.
Like we go, oh, so as your client had
kind
threading,
of choppy.
yeah, it's like the, you know, like the majority of the top of the brow's gone, and there's just, you know, there is a design area of the brow that must never be touched by anything but tweezers and a meticulous way of creating flawlessly the brow. I mean, that's a fact. So brows that are unlevel, coming back to that, have had, you know, like the amount of brows that are coming into TRUEBROW salons right now that we're seeing in our behind the scenes live classes where we do all our education are insane. Like I'm the, you know, I'm the creator. I'm shocked. Like, and you would be, because you're running the classes too, Sabrina, right? Are you just as shocked as me? I'm like completely shocked. Like sometimes I look at a brow and one's up here and one's down here.
And sometimes you can tell that they're naturally unlevel. But I think a lot of times it's just from haphazard maintenances, people taking care of their brows.
But you know, when it's natural, I think that while we're seeing now so many women coming out of the woodwork with these very crazy brows, right? And sometimes these poor girls, what they do from teenage, you know, when they're teenagers, because they get bullied, you know, made fun of because of their brows. If they've got like a monobrow, whatever, they just go mad and mental tweezing out their own brows. But they come to a stage where they start to trust TRUEBROW, and so they go, even if they're still scared, they go to TRUEBROW salons, don't they? And
they do.
And they're actually going and saying, you know, can you help? Because they can see the kind of work that the TRUEBROW salons are doing. And so we're now seeing women that, I mean, women cry about their eyebrows. I mean, seriously. I'm going to go out and tell that person off. I don't normally tell people off, but really, I'm really like, can you hear how loud that is? Now? They couldn't have done it in an hour's time.
So don't they know who they're messing with?
You know what? You know what's so funny is once again, we're being shown how we cannot control the outside world, right? It's just so beautiful. I mean, I don't actually feel frustrated at all. I love it. It's just amazing. It amazes me how we just can't, but we can control our internal decisions. So I can control how I feel about that. And I actually find it a little funny, to tell you the truth. I don't feel annoyed about it at all. I think it's kind of hilarious. Every time that happens and I'm here and I'm doing something and outside my office, they're mowing the lawn and I think, oh, okay, there you go again, or whatever's going on. But this is the place that we can control. We can control what our brows look like when we're making discerning decisions from in here. We're not coming from that survival mode. I just don't want to have to think about it. Well, you know, sadly, you might be thinking that now and you might have a little short-term fix, but then you might be thinking about it every day when you're waking up with something really horrible on your beautiful face. Not a good idea. So, you know, we really want to step back. The other thing that I think, and I'm just going to go through because I did all this because it was so cool. Let's see. Which one shall I pick? Oh, okay. I'll pick this one because I think it's, start. Oh, it's doing weird things. Look what it says here. Welcome. That's not quite right, is it? This is Al trying to do fun things. Let's just go to the next one. Yeah, next. We've done that. Let's go to every woman. Oh, is it coming up? Look, every woman's different. You know, and I think that our discovery sessions are really important in this. You know, one of the things I always wanted for women in the world was for us to treat them with dignity and with respect. You know, I think that the feminine has been had a lot to go through over the centuries. And women, you know, I think that's affected women a lot internally, you know, in our inner space. So a lot of the time we're trying to earn respect or get dignity, or we've kind of tipped, the scale is tipped, that we kind of are looking for it from the outside world. Well, I want a True Brow to be a place where a woman could come and really experience her dignity and care, like real care about how she felt, how she wanted to look. Do you think we do that?
I do. Absolutely. I think that we do. I mean, how many people, I know, you know, we definitely train our students to do this, and I do this myself, but how many people really offer a complimentary session to just talk with the woman and get to know her and find out what her brow fails have been, find out what her insecurities are, what her fears are, what she wants, what she's looking for, and to really get to know her and to have her get to know us before we ever move forward with an actual design.
Oh,
no one does that.
I agree. And we're getting a little bit of feedback there. Let me just... So I think that one of the things with that I want to add is that I don't think there's anything else that I've experienced in the 36 years of being in this industry, which I love. You know, I find it to be one of the most powerful industries in the world, because you're dealing with a human being's self-esteem. You're dealing with a human being's their confidence. You have such an opportunity as a professional to enhance a human being's sense of herself, and to do it in a really true way. Like, I think our girls do it in a really true way. I love that. I love that we get to extend that out to women in the world. But not everyone is a True Brow ideal client. You know, True Brow ideal clients are women that are seeking excellence. Seeking excellence, and they land in True Brow because the beauty professionals and the women that want to create brow careers and brow businesses are also seeking excellence. So like attracts like. Like
attracts like. Exactly.
So when the woman is seeking excellence, so she's a quality client. You know, she's not someone that wants just, you know, like just, I want to be in and out. I want a 5-minute brow wax. And she'll go anywhere. That's not her, right? She knows there's excellence out there. And then the beauty professionals that seek that excellence as well, you know, that's the beauty. That's where they collide. They join because they've got the same interests, the same outcome. They want the same outcome. And so there's this beautiful, like, joining of two beautiful human beings working together to create real magic. And I think that, you know, I don't know any other service in all of my years, as I was about to say, and then I went off to something else. I don't know why, but anyway, this is just the way it goes. That has such a huge impact on the way a woman feels. Her skin, yes, if she's going through a lot of difficulty, but her brows. Like, I've had women cry. I've had women actually come to masterclasses, Sabrina, and cry because they're afraid. They're so afraid. It's fascinating to me. And you know, like, I just want to hug them. I don't care about social distancing. Well, I do, because I don't run. I don't relax. I'm not spreading the virus. It's okay. I wouldn't do it.
We're not hands-on right now.
No, not right now. Not right now. But you try and stop me when we're, you know, hugging another woman.
When we get the license to train again.
That's right. So, and I think that, you know, that there's something really, really impactful about that. Because, you know, it's like brows are really, they're just so important to a woman. And actually, yesterday in the live class, I didn't have a chance to share this with you, but this beautiful girl went, one of the girls that was up went, one of the clients that was up had gone 3 weeks before getting married to get microblading, and it was so devastating what her brows were made to look like. And we're talking about design, people. Like, we're talking about design. It's like, go and give a fashion student a piece of black cloth and say, turn this into the little black dress like Coco Chanel. Like, what is she going to do? Is she going to create that little black dress that Coco Chanel was famous for, that changed the fashion world? Is she? Of course not. Give it to Coco Chanel, give her the same piece of black fabric and say, go on, go do it. Make your little black dress. It's not rocket science. And I think that the difficulty with the public is that they don't have the information.
Right.
So, you know, every woman is different. Absolutely every woman is different. So how can you be using sort of tools and stencils and measurements and things like that and rulers to create? So that means if every woman is different, her brow is different. So yes, we've got different hair growth patterns, and sometimes we have similar ones. So we're working with hair growth patterns. We're not working with facial features. We're not working with all of these things. You know, it's a really interesting thing, isn't it? And so I think that your brows, the brows with a woman, here I'm going on to the next little thing that's coming up, is the unique expression of you. Don't you think?
Yeah, I was just thinking, going back to the little black dress, the fact that they are such a unique expression of each woman, it's kind of like if you took that same thought of the little black dress and tried to put every single woman into the same dress, you know, that's not the black dress for her. She needs a different little black dress that's going to look perfect on her.
Fantastic. I never thought of that.
Yeah, I was thinking of that as you were talking about Coco Chanel.
Were you listening to me, or were you just thinking is that what's going
on?
No,
I was listening and thinking at the same time.
I need to.
I can do that.
I'm just playing, just being played. But I do that too. Like, you know, I don't know that I don't know how we do that really, because how do you listen and then you think it's one of these things that we do, isn't it? It's kind of crazy. But anyway, yeah.
I think they have to be synchronized in a certain way for it to be effective. So I heard everything you were saying, but what I was thinking about was an interpretation of what you were saying, if that makes sense.
I love that, because it is true. It's kind of like, you know, and I think that women have all the power in this, in what they decide if they want the natural brow back. You know, women have, and if we're going to have, you know, if we're going to look at celebrities and we're going to say, I want brows like that. Have we ever considered that that celebrity's got a different...
Maybe they should have brows like you.
Yeah, actually, with TRUEBROW.
After you've seen a TRUEBROW specialist.
So it's kind of like you look and you just kind of think, I want that. Well, why do you want that? Because it's on someone else's face. Like, don't you want to find someone that can actually uniquely express you with your amazing brow? There are some brows that my daughter did. I mean, Olivia's been on with us as a special guest a couple of times. She did... she sent them to me, because sometimes she does these brows and she gets all excited, and then I might tell her, well, do you have to lift that one a little bit or do it? And she goes, oh, I cannot. She goes, you know, she goes, but her brows are just so beautiful. Like,
they're gorgeous.
With the most amazing brows. And I want to put them up on TRUEBROW today. So hang about, girls, because you have to see these. And this girl, they remind me of a set of brows that you did, Sabrina, where this girl came in, and this was at design, you know, like everybody would just want to tell you what it looks like, right? So you're coming in to discovery session, which is where your beauty professional or the woman that is in charge of your brow journey, right, is going to set your brow goals. Gosh, we're cool at TRUEBROW. Sorry. This is a time where we get to know you. We get to know what you want. We also, this is a time where we get to steer you into places that you may not know about with our unique knowledge. And we do a lot of that through showing, not telling. You know, people want to see. People don't want to be told. I don't want someone telling me what to do all the time. It's crazy, right? I don't actually like that at all. In fact, I'm learning to surrender to that. So let's leave that alone. That's another topic. I don't want to be told. I want to understand. You know, I want to be treated like someone that has got intelligence of my own, and that I'm going to go through and discern, right? So that's actually what I meant. So I think that in discovery, that's what happens, right? This is where we create that connection, where trust is built, where we show our vision and our expertise to a person that is sometimes quite frightened, other times quite even kind of frustrated, and can be a bit sort of, short-tempered. I mean, I've had everything, and and you've got to win people over sometimes because their brows have been hacked they've hacked them for decades. So in discovery, that trust is built. What else is built in discovery? What we talk about the collection.
We talk about the collection. We talk about, if we were to move forward, what actually is required of the client. What is her level of commitment?
Oh yeah, see, I didn't think of that, because that's true. You do need a commitment, and it's a journey, and you do need to set those goals, and you do know how to achieve the goals, and we do have to include, which we do. We include the client in the journey. We have special ways of doing that inside of the TRUEBROW program. So I think that all of that, discovery is first, then comes design. And Olivia, the work at the moment, like I did a video yesterday, actually, a live broadcast inside of TRUEBROW Business, which is part of our internal community, all about TRUEBROW design. Because that's the moment that is the magical moment, I think, isn't it? No matter how compromised the brow is, no matter how you look at the brow and you just think this brow is just so compromised. TRUEBROW design is the moment, it's that magic, where the magic happens. And the brows that she does at TRUEBROW design blow her mother's mind. Mother's mind. I'm just so proud of her.
You should be.
It just amazes me, the love and the care that is just poured into these designs and these women. You always need to find a professional that loves you more than loves anything else. More than she loves the money, more than she loves her own status and her own ego. If her ego's there, you're done. Sorry. You're going to get and so that's why we work so diligently on opening it's almost like with our TRUEBROW specialists, the conversations, the language that we use is all about them getting into their genius zone, into that creative love space inside, and coming from that. So they fall in love with the brow. Isn't that what we say?
Fresh eyes and love. Fresh
eyes each time, and love. And love is art. Like if you look at Coco Chanel's desire to create, she was a bit ambitious too. I don't really, to be really honest. I don't do anything for ambition. It doesn't interest me. It doesn't drive me. I know it does some people. But for her, I think that she was ambitious. She was in a different time too, where women were so suppressed, external world. And so she had a lot to prove too, didn't she? Really, for herself. So, and I mean, I haven't read her, any biography on her, but I know a little bit about her. But I think that, what was I going to say about that? So I think that she had love. I do know what I was going to say. I was just playing.
Love, and we said love and
the desire.
And desire.
To create something beautiful, and if you've got someone that is just doing it because you're an in and out person, well, that's fine. Don't expect more than you're going to get, though. Don't be disappointed.
Correct.
Look at your choices. So you have to pay and invest in excellence. That's a fact. Like, if people say, but why does it cost so much? And this doesn't necessarily cost more than some really bad work actually costs.
Sure, that's true.
And that's the funny side of it, isn't it, really? But if people say, well, I just pay, I remember I had clients that would come in and they'd say, oh, you know what, I pay, $5. This is like 18 years ago, right? $5 for my brows up the road. And I said, that's fantastic. So that's great.
Scoot on up there.
$70 for a brow designer. And I'd say, this is 18 years ago, and I remember just saying, that is just so fantastic that you and I said, if you ever want to come in and try what we do here, you're welcome to, but that's really good. And she'd go, I remember her, she was beautiful. And she said, okay, all right then. And then off she went to her $5 brow wax. But, you know, if you're going to go for that, or 10 or 25 or 35 or 40, you know, what you're going to get is what you're going to get. And, and I think another thing is go and look at your brows in the mirror, ladies. Go look at them now. Go right now and look at your brows in the mirror. Have a look at how they make you look. That's important, isn't it?
Very important.
Their level. Are they the same? Is one higher than the other, even a little bit or whatever? Go and check that out. Check out if they're sort of like making you look a little unapproachable, or just too bushy, too full, they're dipping too much in the center and closing in your beautiful face. Like, take a look. Are they widening your face because the peaks are too wide? Like, check what's going on with your brows yourself in the mirror. So I think next week what we will do, Sabrina, I think we should talk about all of the things that women should be looking at. And you can use your brows if you like, or we can use mine. So in other words, we're just going to point out to everyone what they should be seeing and how they can see whether what their brows are looking like right now are enhancing them the most. How does that sound?
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think that'll be really heaps
Sounds good.
And so I think that's what we'll do. Do you have anything else to say? I've been talking a lot today. What's going on?
No, I don't. It's been a great time.
You've just had such a big day, and it's probably your bedtime almost now, isn't it?
Oh yes.
I have to say something actually, that we've got bushfires really nearby at the moment. And I woke up this morning and I could smell all this smoke, and I'm thinking, I thought to myself, oh, what's burning? And you know, we're around a lot of ocean land and whatever where we live. And then Toby said the same thing, and we looked it up, and we've got bushfires nearby. I'm really concerned about.
Stay safe.
Pardon?
Stay safe.
Oh, we will. We're right near the beach, and you know, they're a little way off, but certainly we're getting the ash and the smoke. And,
for sure.
So these are the things that are happening in our world right now. We've got lots of things going on, and we need to really be strong, and we need to be brave, and we need to believe in ourselves, and that we can accomplish all things. And so I want to say thank you to everyone for listening, and for those that will come back and listen to the Beauty Elders later. And lovely, your comments, and we'll be back with more. Thank you, Sabrina, so much.
Oh, thank you, Elle, so much.
And I know you're not Elle Wilson, so we're going to have to do something about that. I don't know. Thank you, everyone. Lots of love to you, and we'll be back again next week. Take care now.
Bye.